Alright, hello and welcome to another old school RuneScape video. This is a Slayer guide for Custodian Stalkers. Now the only one I can do at the moment is the mature version, so I'm going to swap over to my Ancient Magics and we'll head over and I'll show you how to get there and the best way that I found to kill them. So first you want to do is be on the Magic Spellbook, and the way I get back to Valamor from my house is I use a Quetzal Whistle so that I can teleport to the Hunters Guild, and then from the Hunters Guild I will actually use Renu. I'll use Renu to get up to Auburn I probably just butchered that name, but that's okay. Then I'll quickly come over to the bank and I'll prep my inventory and I'll show you what my setup will be as well. So from the bank we'll go to the magic tab. I just want to grab out, so for this one I'm going to grab out blood runes, chaos, maybe not the full stack of chaos, 10,000 chaos and death runes, and all my water runes. And I'll show you why we grab the blood runes in a moment. I'll grab my house teleport tabs to get back to my house to turn back to the normal spellbook, and I'll also grab some prayer pots. So I'm going to grab 10 of these. I won't need all of these because this is a very fast task using this method. So from here I'm also going to grab, just got to think where it was, my bone crusher, because they will drop big bones. It's just better for loot so you don't get like all heap of crappy loot on the ground covered up with it's not crappy loot actually, there is really good loot, but it's the big bones can get in the way of that. So I'll get out of, no, don't need the help, get out of this. So from here I'll show you also what I'm wearing. So this is the gear setup I'll be using. I don't have my Slayer mask yet, I'm still saving up the points for that. But I do have the black mask. I have my antler guard, which I did get at 2,000 kill count. I will show you how many kills I've done at mature custodians so far. A ring of life for my hardcore Iron Man, just to make sure that I don't die. It's a safety net I like to have. My arams, lunar boots, combat bracelets, just whatever gear you have that gives you a good magic attack bonus and a little bit of defense. So this is the current gear that I'm going with because I'm using the antler guard for the prayer bonus and it gives me +9 to magic attack, but it does give you some minuses in your defense. Now you won't have to worry too much about the defense because I'm losing HP because I have got my blood runes with me, which I'll show you what we'll do with those later, and they do drop a lot of monkfish. So I'm going to show you now how to get there. So I'll speed this up to a point where it's pretty quick. So this is the way to get to the cave. Once we're in the cave, I'll show you the place where you need to go after that. Alright, here we are. Now I'll show you what the 3 low multi-combat areas are. So the first one down here, you have the juvenile, you have the elder to the right, and then up top you'll have the mature. So what you want to do, you want to put on protect from melee and jump up because they will be aggressive to you straight away. You want to run through here. First spell you want to put on is, I can only use Ice Burst, and I should have turned off auto retaliate. I run around a little bit to make sure that I grab aggro for these monsters, and basically once I get here I have set them up so that I can walk under them, and from here you just stack them up. So it's basically like dust devils in that respect, that you can just put them on one tile and they become very easy to kill at that point. So then you just put back on auto retaliate and you get the kills. So yeah, I did a Slayer task earlier of about 130. It only took me, I think it was about 15 to 20 minutes doing it this way. It is very quick. Now, if you are worried about your health and you don't mind using blood runes the whole time, you can swap the spell to blood burst or blood barrage. Once I can start using ice barrage, I will be using that. But yeah, blood barrage or blood burst will actually heal you up for the minor damage they do. If you are protecting from melee the whole time, you will barely have to worry about it, because I guarantee you'll probably get some monkfish in and out. So as you can see, most of these are getting below 20% health, which is when they will start using that stomp attack that has bleed. So it usually hits for about 5 at most and will bleed, I think, for 3 hits. There you go. one of the first drops was monkfish. So I'll show you how many kills I've done so far of these. So I've done 2,100 kills of these, and once they start spawning back in, just like that, well, I turn off multi-combat and I pick up the loot, wait for the freeze to done. I'll actually pick up the monkfish as well for my inventory, and then if you need to, just run around the room. I did bring some darts originally to sort of grab them if you don't want to move from the one spot, but as an Iron Man I try and save as many resources as I can. So they are aggressive to you for 10 minutes, and all I do is I run over to the other, I'll run over there when I need to reset aggression, and basically here we go. So I haven't taken any damage yet. I'll just make sure my prayer is up, because if your prayer drops, they will hit you, being so many on you at the moment, they will hit you fairly consistently and you can die pretty quick. So make sure your health is up. But as you can see, these are a great source of these husker seeds. I've gotten 20 so far. The Elder version is a better source, so if you have the Slayer level, definitely do the Elder version, because you'll get more loot. Great source of cannonballs, broken antlers, death runes, air, fire. These are a few other additional drops that I've gotten. Good source of gems, that's why I brought my gem bag. Just want to save on inventory space, and I collect all the resources I can. I've gotten 6 long bones from this, and you get a heap of monkfish. I believe the antler guard is going for about 2 to 2.5 mil at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see where that ends up. I've been using it pretty much the whole time on all my Slayer tasks, and I find it really good if you're going to pray protect against whatever Slayer task you're doing, and it ends up protecting you. The negative bonuses to defense don't really matter at that point. So I'll just go grab this other one and go from here. Now, on a previous task when I had to do 130 of these, I did get around, it was 25,000 XP. And for such a quick task, it is definitely worth doing. Don't skip this task. You can also cannon here if you want to. I also tested out a method where I had full proselyte over in the single combat area, just protecting against melee and killing as many as I could. That was part of these kills up here, and I did use full Guthans as well. So both of those methods worked really well. The full Guthans, sometimes my health would go down to about 30 at the lowest. That was, I think, when I was getting very unlucky with the heals from Guthans. But yeah, with 80 stats, I never died, and I wasn't worried overall with it. There we go, one of my first bleeds. So if it becomes too much of a problem, you just eat a monkfish and you'll get another drop eventually. I'm just going to pick this loot up and go from there. So that's basically the Custodian Stalker. Definitely a Slayer task I would do, especially for the Antler Guard. If you're an Iron Man, it is a great drop, especially if you don't have your Dragon Defender. I think I might even be using it in most cases over my Dragon Defender because it gives you the prayer bonus. So definitely worth getting. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please like and comment below and consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.